The day that I'm filming the intro of this video today is my birthday. It's May 9th and I only have one thing on my birthday list, and that is a 5-star read. Well, that's actually not true. I'd actually like to have as many 5-star reads as possible in the next week, my birthday week. Well, actually, if I'm being completely honest, there were a lot of things that I put on my birthday wish list. And my boyfriend Danny and I actually celebrated a little bit early last night, and then we exchanged gifts this morning. So I already got a few things on my list. Wait, let me show you the gifts that he got me. He got me a lot of cat-themed gifts. If you can't tell from my previous videos, I'm very obsessed with my cat, Luca. He got this little cat reading statue, which is so cute, so I'm gonna put this on my bookshelves. And then we just went on a trip to Mexico City, and one of the days he snuck off to a market, and he got me this Frida Kahlo bookmark and this little image of a cat napping. And he got me these cute little cat coasters that somehow already have my cat's cat hair on them, but they're very adorable and they're all different colors. And then lastly, he got me these shoes, which I think are so fun. I feel like he picked out better ones than I would have even picked for myself. But what I have yet to receive today on my birthday is a 5-star read. I am currently packing because I'm actually about to go to my parents' house. Like I said, Danny and I celebrated my birthday a little early last night because this weekend is not only my birthday, but it's also my dad's birthday and Mother's Day. So I'm gonna head to my parents' house. So we're gonna do one big celebration of all of us. And I love visiting my parents, number one, because I love my parents, but also they live like really out in the middle of nowhere. And I always feel like it's like this cozy kind of reading retreat to go visit them because it's just so calm and relaxing and peaceful being in nature. And so I've also packed a ton of books, 4 books and my Kindle, and probably realistically I'll get through like one of those this weekend, but can never be too prepared. And the books that I packed, I think have a high likelihood of being 5-star reads. Kindle, so I have options in case I'm not in the mood to read these. Fearless by Lauren Roberts, Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins, and Kingdom of the Curse by Kerri Maniscalco. And I'm actually in the middle of this book right now, so I think it'd be nice to get a tiny bit of reading in before I leave to go to my parents. Oh, and 2 other books that are highly anticipated 5-star reads for me is One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune and Watch Me, Tahara Mafi's new book. I do not own those, but I could potentially go to the bookstore later in the video. Anyway, this is the second book in the Kingdom of the Wicked series. It is romance, fantasy, and mystery, which is to me and my reading taste the perfect genre combo book. Like, I'm actually obsessed with that. We have the romance with Amelia and Wrath. We have the mystery because Amelia is trying to solve the murder of her twin sister. And then with the fantasy, what I think is really, really cool and unique, at least I have never read this in any book ever, is the world and the fantasy characters are based on the 7 deadly sins. So we have 7 brothers and each of them represent a different sin, like wrath and pride and greed. And I just think that is so, so cool, especially because in college, I read Dante's Inferno for a class and we like really analyzed and like broke down and spent a lot of time on Dante's Inferno. And this series has, I don't know, a lot of things that just remind me of like that English class I took. And as soon as I finish this trilogy, there's also a spin-off series that follows the other brothers. And I just love when authors do that. Not just one trilogy, but like an entire universe of books for you to get invested in. And I'm on page 360, so I'm getting pretty close to the end of this book. I do have a work meeting in like 30 minutes, so I think I'm gonna do a little mini 30-minute reading sprint, go to my work meeting, and then go to my parents' house. I'm taking some notes on my tablet while I'm reading because one of my friends and fellow booktubers, Tiff, recommended me this series. It's one of her favorite series of all time, and I promised her that whenever I'm done with the whole trilogy, I will FaceTime her to tell her all of my thoughts. So writing them down so I don't forget any detail. Like I told you guys, I am pausing my reading for a second because I have to go to a meeting. But I actually want to show you guys my tablet that's been a total game changer for me for note-taking and meetings. This is the iFlyTech AI Note Air 2 and also the sponsor of today's video. I've been using this device so much for meetings, for book club discussions, for taking notes on literally anything. Like you guys saw, I was taking notes on the book earlier. It's basically a smart digital notepad and voice recorder that makes organizing notes and transcriptions so easy. My personal favorite feature is the real-time voice to text feature. I think it is so so helpful that it instantly records and transcribes everything, and it can even differentiate speakers, which is really cool. And what I especially love is how it works with the synchronized handwriting tool. I love that I can scribble quick notes while it records and later just tap on any note to replay exactly what was said at that moment. It saves me so much time and also lets me be fully present in meetings. And it also has built-in AI tools that are super helpful. It can summarize meetings so I can super easily review what was discussed. And I can also use the AI search feature to find keywords or topics within my transcripts. And thirdly, you can chat with AI, which is so helpful, so it can do things like clarify or organize notes. And as a reader, I love the e-ink screen. It has this really cool soothing paper-like look and feel that makes reviewing notes and documents way easier on my eyes. And it has adjustable lighting. It's very sleek and portable, so it's so easy to bring with you to work or a coffee shop or to class as a student. Okay, my meeting is about to start, so I'm gonna go to my meeting and then I'll be right back to update you guys. Just finished my meeting. Normally now is the time I'd probably spend forever taking extra notes, but it's all done for me with the transcription feature. And I would highly recommend clicking the link in my description to check out the iFly AI Note Air 2. Today's been such a cute day. We spent the day in Fredericksburg, Texas, which is a really cute little town. Did lots of cute shopping, and now it's time to read. I'm so excited. It's like sunsetty time. We're making some snacks. My parents gifted me some sangria, which is my favorite, so we're gonna have like the best reading setup. We are, I think, gonna get hopefully like a ton of answers, because there's this mysterious thing that's been going on with Amelia, and I have some theories, but I honestly like don't know the answer to the mystery, and we just got like a huge reveal. So yeah, I feel like the last bit of any book is where you start like really unraveling the answers. All right, let's go finish this book. Only have this much left. Good morning. As you guys saw, I finished Kingdom of the Curse yesterday, and the ending, it was actually so crazy. It was crazy, like the craziest moment of the series so far. I never saw it coming in like 5,000 billion years, and definitely 5 stars. I mean, 5-star series overall. Well, I haven't read the last book yet, so maybe I can't say that yet. I was thinking when I was packing for this trip, like I'll probably take a little fantasy break, maybe read Great Big Beautiful Life next, but I feel like I need to read book 3 right now. Also, I rarely read series back to back. This is the first time in a while that I am actually so far reading this series back to back. Well, I've literally only read books 1 and 2 so far back to back, but I feel like it feels really satisfying to read all 3 books in a row. I do not own book 3, and I kind of wish I had went and bought book 3 before coming here, because there are no bookstores where my parents live. So I'm gonna see if they have it on Kindle Unlimited. It is not free with Kindle Unlimited. I might still buy the ebook anyway, because I really want to start it this morning. Right now, it is 64 degrees outside. It's so nice out. And next week, it's supposed to get up to 106 degrees. Are you kidding me? That's Texas. I feel like that is literally Texas. It's like so nice, and then summer is here and there's no going back. So I want to sit outside and do as much reading as I can before it gets crazy hot. Okay, I'm buying the book. Oh my gosh, also, how could I forget? I got a 5-star read yesterday. I mean, I know that I gave this 5 stars, but it did not click in my brain. I finished this book on my birthday, so first 5-star of the video, goal, all 5 stars in this video. And the fact that it was literally on my birthday wish list complete. It was a pretty good birthday yesterday. That's a great way to end a birthday day. Good morning. Wait, where's my Kindle? Just knocked everything off my nightstand on accident. Okay, anyway, I'm back in my apartment and I have book updates. Yes, books, plural, but let's start with Kingdom of the Feared first. So I'm 47% of the way through the book. I mean, I'm loving it. I feel like I, so far, am kind of liking the first 2 books better. It is an enemies to lovers romantasy, and I feel like in an enemies to lovers romantasy, I just love the chase. Like, I love the portion where they're mostly enemies, but like slightly turning to lovers, and normally we get more of that in books 1 and 2, but still literally so good. We just got a ton of info that I did not see coming, and I feel like that's just such a common theme. Hello, Luca. In the book, I reread this chapter like 3 times because I was like, we got so much and I want to make sure I keep it all straight. Yes, where do you want to sit? On my lap? Oh, my waffles are ready. This is a chaotic morning. No, Luca, we have to get up. got little mini waffles. I feel like Danny and I's love language is buying each other random things from Whole Foods that we think the other person is gonna like. So he got me these. You can't have any. I know you want some. And then, did not expect to do this, but I started Great Big Beautiful Life last night and I'm already on page 144. No, I literally have not been able to put this book down. I read so much last night and I've been reading the entire morning since I woke up at 6 a.m. because Luca now has started screeching at 6 a.m. to be played with. So I've been getting up way earlier than I would have liked, but it's been great for reading. Literally every time I pick up an Emily Henry book, I'm so pleasantly surprised all over again that she's just such an amazing writer. I think she just is so amazing at making every word really count. I think that's especially why like I love her banter is one of my favorite things about her writing. Every line that the characters volley back and forth to each other are just full of so much like zing, and that same kind of writing skill I feel like is what makes her so great at also making you feel emotions you don't want to feel. I did cry on page 25 at literally 3 sentences that are not really relevant to the book at all. This book is about Alice and Hayden, and they're both writers and they're competing to get the job to write a biography about this lady named Margaret. Alice was like talking about past books that Hayden has written, literally just giving us as the audience context on his career. Basically, Hayden had previously written a book about a guy named Len who has Alzheimer's, and okay, no, I literally feel like I'm gonna cry again just looking at this sentence. Hayden had asked Len in the book what he ought to tell him if Len ever stops remembering who he is. So it says, Hayden had asked Len what he ought to tell him if Len should ever ask the question, who am I? After some thought, Len had answered Hayden, tell me I'm your friend, Len. And it's just such a simple few sentences, again, that don't even impact the story at all, but I don't know why like the tears were streaming. Like just the idea that this man who has Alzheimer's, when he can no longer remember anything about himself, he doesn't want to be reminded of his career or his accomplishments. The most important thing that he wants to be remembered about himself is that he was a great friend. And it was only like 3 sentences that I just read you, but even in those 3 sentences, like Emily Henry is packing a punch. Anyway, I will stop tearing up doing the ultimate mood reading right now, which is so rare for me. I never ever read more than 1 book at the same time. Breakfast complete, so now I need to go to the gym and get ready for the day, and I think that's the perfect time to switch back to Great Big Beautiful Life, specifically the audiobook. I honestly had kind of low expectations going into this book because basically the book goes back and forth between present day and Margaret's story, the person that they're writing the biography about. And so I heard a lot of people thought like the story sections were kind of boring. I personally have been finding the story parts really interesting. I think Margaret's story and entire family history is really fascinating, but that may be because I have been listening to the story sections only in audiobook form. One of my friends read this book and she recommended that I do that. I feel like it does feel more immersive, like I am listening to an interview with Margaret. And so I think I'm at the part in the book where we're about to get to another story section, so I feel like now is the perfect time to switch to the audiobook. Also, my shirt says Fishbowl, which is a big location in the book. Okay, let's go. Hello, it is I, a few days later. The reason why it's a few days later is I went back to my parents' house for a few days to celebrate my grandma's birthday. It's crazy, there is a 1-week period in my family where it's my birthday, my dad's birthday, Mother's Day, and my grandma's birthday, so lots of family time, lots of celebrating. My grandma just turned 99, which is crazy. I'm so excited for her to turn 100 next year. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna have to do something really cool to celebrate. I don't know, my grandma is killing it. She has a lady that helps her with different like daily things like driving, but other than that, she lives on her own, has friends, she's super into crafting. Like I feel like she is not slowing down despite being 99, which is so cool. I hope I get that good of genes one day. Anyway, this morning I finished Kingdom of the Feared and I think I'm gonna say 4 stars, which I didn't expect. I give the first 2 books 5 stars, so I thought, oh, this one will 100% be 5 stars. I don't know. I still really enjoyed this book. Love Raph and Amelia so much. This one though, we got so much information, which on the one hand is cool to get these like surprising info revealed, but on the other hand, I feel like there was too much of it. I honestly kept getting a little confused. I was like rereading chapters. I was looking on Reddit for some help. And whenever that happens in the book, I never know if it's just me. Like maybe my brain is too small to comprehend the complexity of the explanation for everything, or if the book is just too complicated. It's still really good and really love this series overall. overall. And then in Great Big Beautiful Life, I am on page 329. So I think I have like just under 100 pages left. And this one, I feel like I'm teetering on the edge between 4.5 and 5 stars. So I think the ending is really gonna like push it either way. Will this be another 5-star read in this video or not? Let's find out. I've been listening to beach sounds while reading this book, and I feel like that's been really hitting since it takes place on an island. There are literally so many cute quotes in this book. I wish I could read you all of them. Like, I literally love Hayden so much. Wait, what? We just got some info, did not expect, and I feel like everything's gonna come together in a very unexpected way. At least I hope so. I'm so intrigued. The way that Emily Henry writes about all these characters, it's crazy to me that she has not lived 1,000 lives. Like, her writing about Margaret and Cosmo, just the way it's written feels like they are both real people, and also that Emily Henry as a writer like fully understands their life as like uber famous, uber wealthy people. Like, it's crazy to me that she has not lived Margaret and Cosmo's life to be able to write from the perspective of them and like fully understand their world and their problems. It has been a few days since I last saw you guys. I've definitely been filming this video way longer than a week. I feel like my kind of reading mantra this year has been quality over quantity, just kind of, I don't know, really savoring books more than trying to read like 1 billion every week, and I think that's been nice. Anyway, I finished Great Big Beautiful Life and I loved it. I loved it so freaking much. The ending, especially, I teared up twice at the ending. The ending shocked me. There was so much where I was like, no way. Yeah, I'm just like so surprised I liked it. I love how like Kingdom of the Feared I thought was gonna be 5 stars and then it wasn't. And then this book, I really did not think I was gonna like it because I'd heard so many mixed reviews, and then I loved it. I loved the romance in this book, but I really also equally, if not more so, loved Margaret's story and her biography. One of my friends, Jordan, explained it to me this way before I started it. She said it's basically like 50% a classic Emily Henry romance and 50% almost like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So if you've read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and that description that I just said sounds good to you, then I think you'll like this book. I would say for my top 3 books by her, number 1, beach read, always gonna be my favorite. 2, A Million Junes, which I feel like people don't talk about enough, but I love that book. And then I'm gonna rank this one as number 3, which again, just did not expect going into it. And then I'm debating if I wanna read outside. I just went to the mall for 3 hours, an outdoor mall, and it's so hot. So I've been outside in the heat for hours, but I've been sitting at my apartment pool every single day without fail for the last like week. And I swear I never use my apartment pool. So it's actually been nice. So I kind of want to keep the streak going. So let's start our next book by the pool. Pool bag filled, swimsuit on, and I actually already started our next book a few days ago, Sunrise on the Reading. I'm so excited to be reading this book. I'm about 100 pages in and I'm enjoying it so far, but I'm scared. I posted that I was reading this book on my Instagram and everyone messaged me, get the tissues ready. And I've also just been seeing so many people absolutely sobbing at the end, so I'm a little scared what I'm in for. But I'm very excited to be back in this world. I read the whole Hunger Games trilogy when I was in middle school, and then I did not read The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes, but I did watch the movie, and this one is the 50th Hunger Games. It follows Haymitch, and to be honest, I was like feeling a little slower getting into this one. I'm not really sure why, but now I think things are picking up. We're still pre-games. I don't know what craziness they're gonna do, like the 50th annual Hunger Games. Surely they're gonna pull out all the stops in the most absolutely horrifying way, and I just want Haymitch and the other contestants that I've started to like to be okay. Anyway, not really the best pool read. I'm just gonna be like sobbing at the pool. The sun is almost setting, so let's go read. Hello friends, I am much further into Sunrise on the Reaping since I last saw you guys. I am just about to start part 3, and this book feels just continuously very, very depressing, and like everything is kind of hopeless reading it. I actually was hanging out with Ashlyn and Ian, who are other booktubers. If you don't follow them, you guys definitely should. And what's really interesting is Ian just read all of the Hunger Games books recently as an adult, so it was really cool to hear his perspective. He was talking about how the original trilogy, he felt like he could tell it was written more for like a a teen young adult audience, which makes sense. I feel like we were all in middle school-ish when we read it. And he was saying that he could tell when he read Sunrise on the Reaping that it felt like it was for an older audience. I believe this one is still considered young adult, but I'm sure Suzanne Collins knows that a lot of people who are going to be reading this, hey Luca, are going to be adults. Luca, you're in the way. But yeah, he was just saying that he could tell that this book was heavier, like more violent, a little more like explicit in just how horrific the Capitol is and the Hunger Games are, and I definitely feel that. This one is hitting way heavier than I ever remember the original trilogy hitting, but it's also hard for me to compare because I was in middle school when I read the original trilogy. I'm 27, I don't know if I told you guys that, but this is my 27th birthday this month, and so now also being like this age and knowing that the characters are like 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is like, oh my gosh, these are just like children being slaughtered. Like that's so horrifying and heartbreaking. Something I've been thinking about recently, and this is not related to the book at all, kind of a tangent, but I mentioned that I turned 27 and it's so weird. It's so weird to turn 27, or not because of 27, but just like I am officially in my late 20s. Like that makes me want to vomit. I don't know, but it's so weird too. I was talking about this with my boyfriend Danny. He also turned 27 earlier in this year, and he was saying this is the first year where he feels like he really feels his age, and I thought that was really interesting, and I was like, I kind of feel that too. I don't know, I feel like being 23, 24, 25, 26, I still kind of felt like a 20-year-old at heart, and I do still feel that in a lot of ways, but I also kind of feel 27 in just a lot of more adult ways. Like I know way more about investing and taxes than I ever thought I would. I don't know, I think this is like kind of the first year I've just thought a lot more about the future a lot more seriously. So it's kind of a weird question, but I'm really curious, number one, how old you guys are and like how you feel about your age, if that makes sense. Anyway, I think I'm gonna switch to the audiobook. I've been really enjoying the audiobook, and I also have been trying to go on like an hour walk every evening, so I feel like I'll be able to get through a lot of the rest of the book on my walk. All right, it's time to finish this book. I am really scared because I think I have like 40 pages left now, and I think this is the part where like everyone just absolutely sobs when they read it. So I'm very scared, but also like can really more bad things happen? Like there's already been like so much heartbreak. I was reading this book while eating just now, and I literally wanted to throw up. No, that sounds so dramatic. I'm being dramatic, but also I'm not. It's just like, I don't know, with the Hunger Games, I'm just surprised like how much this book is hitting me, because with the Hunger Games, like you know what the Hunger Games is. It's a fight to the death. I was like, oh, I know that, so I'm not gonna get attached to any characters. And then I got attached to so many of the characters. We're post Hunger Games now, but reading the Hunger Games section, I felt almost like numb, just in shock of the horror. Like I think every part where I thought I would cry, I was just like, that was like my reaction. No, I'm so sad still thinking about so many parts. Okay, let's finish this book. I hope there's not more heartbreak. No. I'm so sad. Why is this book just so devastating? I don't know why I expected anything different. I understand why people cry at the end. I finished the book. I feel like I have no words. I'm actually so sad, and it's tough. I'm actually so conflicted because on the one hand, it was so good. Like it was so good. But I also think I do just like more hope in books. I don't know. I just think I liked that in the original Hunger Games trilogy, you do get more hope. And I think also in this book, because we already know Haymitch's story and we already know where he's ending up, it was hard at any point in the book to have hope because we just know like not all of the devastation that's gonna occur, but obviously like where he's eventually gonna end up. I don't know how to rate it. I think I'm gonna say 4.25 stars. I might bump that up to 4.5 later. I feel like I need to sit with it a little bit. And I'm really excited for the movie. I've been seeing some of the casting, and now I really want to watch the Hunger Games movie again, just to like see Haymitch in that movie. Also, this is so random, but Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson played Haymitch in the original Hunger Games movies. They're filming this TV show called Brothers together, and they were filming right outside my apartment for like a week. It was so cool. This was a few weeks ago before I read this book, but I kept like walking by the film set, and I actually saw them in person, which was really cool. And I really wanted to just like like walk around with this book and my Hunger Games book, because I was like, what if I see them again? I would love to have Woody Harrelson sign the book since he was the actor who played Haymitch, but there was never like any opportunity to ask them to sign anything. But that was very, very cool just to like see and be near. Anyway, to recap, how many 5-star reads did I find in this video? We had Great Big Beautiful Life and Kingdom of the Curse, which were 5 stars, and then Kingdom of the Feared, not 5 stars, and Sunrise on the Reaping, also not 5 stars. Obviously, I can't predict with 100% accuracy what's gonna be 5 stars, but 50% accuracy in this video is pretty good. And the fact that the others were 4+ stars, I feel like I know my book taste fairly well. But yeah, I'm very curious, what was y'all's last 5-star read, or like a new highly anticipated 5-star release coming out soon? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.